What's going on, everybody? Alex here, Nickens Lawn and Landscape. I hope you guys are all doing well. It's Sunday. I'm just out here in the shop messing around. Ended up having to dive back into the truck. In the last video I posted, we tore the turbo out, got that cleaned up, put it back together. That was definitely an issue, but it wasn't the issue. Me and Nick drove it down the truck, as you saw in the video. If you didn't see that, I'll leave a link to that one real quick right here. Go check that video out real quick. But we didn't really test drive it as much as we should have, I guess. We drove it down the road and back. Everything was good. Parked it, and it was definitely better. It wasn't doing it as bad. It wasn't having the symptoms as bad as it did before the turbo. But it still did it. I tried driving the truck yesterday. I tried going about 25 minutes away to a different town. Got about halfway there, had to stop. I think it was, I don't remember why I had to stop. Someone was turning, but I had to stop. When I went to take off, I had zero power, had to limp it back home. Going and doing some research, and thanks to a comment someone left here on YouTube, led me to the EGR. I took the EGR apart, and I'm going to show you real quick right here what I found. Alright, so we got the EGR valve here, and if my calculations are correct, this thing was not moving, just like the turbo. So you can see, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see that rod going through there. And then that is also up here. You can see it right there, and there's kind of like a plunger on the end. And then it's also right there. So basically what it does is sends power over here on the right through the plug in here, and it's supposed to open and close. And this being all black, it doesn't look like it's been opening and closing, so I'm gonna mess with it here and see if I can't get it to free up. All right, so took the electrical plug part of it off, and that's what you have down in there. And you can see it's nice and cruddy, just like an EGR valve should be. Stupid things. But anyway, I pushed that down in there and it got stuck. So that tells me right off the bat this thing is sticking. It's moving, but it's sticking. So I'm gonna push it out of here somehow. All right, so I got it out now. You can see how much higher it is down in there, but I'll push on it real quick and show you how you can get it to stick down in there. So I just pushed on it with my finger, simulating the EGR valve working. See if I can get it to stick again. There you go, it's stuck down in there. So I think this thing needs to be cleaned up. So I'm just gonna spray a bunch of PB Blaster and whatnot in here, some diesel fuel maybe. All that thick looking crud down in there, I'm gonna get all that cleaned out of there, put this thing back together, and make sure I can take my finger and push in and out of this as much as I want, and it won't stick. So we'll get it cleaned up and we'll come back. So as you can see, that was not good. I got it cleaned out. I got everything put back together. Got the EGR to where I could not get it to stick. No matter what I did, I was shoving my finger, you know, pushing it in there as hard as I could. I could not get it to stick. Cleaned it up the best I could. Put it back together. Took the truck for a drive, and took it for a long drive. Made sure everything was good. Got it up to temperature. Stopped for a couple minutes and just let it sit there and idle. Jumped back in to take off to make sure that it was good. Now everything is good. So if you're having the symptoms like us, you're having, it starts up fine, takes off and goes until it's warmed up, and then you let it idle. So if you're at a red light, someone's turning and you have to stop, if you stop and shut it off for whatever reason, if you stop pretty much and then you have black smoke and no power, and you can sometimes turn the key and get it to work, but most of the time not, chances are your EGR is bad or clogged. In this case, mine was just clogged. It was sticking. There was a lot of gummy, nasty goo in there. Cleaned all that stuff out. Like I said, got it to where it wouldn't stick anymore, and it's running like a top. So I'm very, very happy, glad that I was able to clean stuff and get it fixed and didn't have to spend any money, so that's really good. I'm just happy to have that truck back working again. Like I said, I think we are going to make some changes. We are going to be doing, I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but the truck situation will be changing within the next 6 months. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but something has to be done. I can't keep doing this. Can't keep wasting hours upon hours upon hours a week, you know, or a month doing this stuff. It's just, it's not smart for business. I can do it, obviously. I've done it. and I don't really mind doing it, but when there's other stuff that needs to be done and there's money that needs to be made, I don't want to be doing this stuff. If I have to do it every once in a while, it is what it is. I'll do it gladly. I don't really care, but I don't want to spend, like I said, hours a week or a month doing this. You know, some months I'm spending days. I spent 3 days this week working on this thing, so, and I'm still sitting here talking about it. So spending too much time on these things. I need to spend more time on finding new work, getting work done, working on the business, not working on the equipment so much. So we're gonna have to make some changes. I don't know what's gonna happen. I've learned a ton about these Duramaxes in the past year, so I really hate to veer away from them. Knowing what I know now, I know quite a bit, and I feel like I know enough to where I can keep things going. So I don't really see us veering away from Duramax, but I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, and I want to make it to where all 3 of my engines are the same. So I want to go to the same, whether I go LLY, LBZ, LMM, whatever, are all brand new, which I highly doubt that's going to happen. But whatever I do, I want all 3 trucks to be the same. I want to be able to swap sensors, swap little parts whenever I have issues, and be able to diagnose things that way, and get to know one engine and run it for, you know, 5-7 years. Get my money out of those trucks and then move on to something else and do the same thing. Get 3 new trucks and learn those. So that's my plan. At least we'll see what happens with that. But for now, everything's running like it should, except one of the skid steers. I've got a fuel issue. I'm pretty sure I know what that is. I think the pickup tube is broken or cracked, so I got to tear into that. But other than that, everything is running good, and we really don't have any snow in the forecast. Caught up on all of our cleanups, so it's going to be time to get this shop cleaned up and get all the trucks detailed, get the equipment detailed, kind of get everything wrapped up. I'm sure some cleanups will still trickle in, but we will just get those done as they come in and try to get everything done, finished up. Like I said, I want to take off before the holidays here. I'd like to take off. I'd like to only work a couple days this week if I can, so I'm going to jump on it here, probably start cleaning the shed, maybe start cleaning the trucks up a little bit, not really sure, but I'm going to get to work. A couple other things I do have to do before too long. I've got to get the wings on the Boss Plow, the Pro wings, so we'll be doing a video on that. And I've got these LED lights over here that I'm going to be doing a video on. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them yet. I think I'm going to put them on the back of the dump truck for when we're doing leaf pickups and salting. We'll be able to see a little bit better. But I've got 2 of those. I've got to make up a harness for them and some kind of switch. I think I'm just going to use a regular little toggle switch and then just run a couple wires back there. So I'm going to get those hooked up soon. Like I said, not 100% sure where I'm going to put those. I'll show you real quick what I'm thinking. Somewhere back here. I can't put them anywhere right here because that's where the bed dumps, and I don't want to put them really anywhere on where these lights are, because whenever we dump, stuff goes down there. So I really was kind of thinking to tuck them. Let me get a different angle here. I really was kind of thinking to put them like right here or right here, somewhere under the bed, so they can't get rained on and rock dumped on them and all that good stuff. So if I can make up some kind of little bracket and put them right off here would be ideal. If I could put one right here and do the same thing on the other side and have it to where it would shine on the ground right there, that would be perfect. So we'll see. I've got to come up with something on that, but after what we've been doing lately, that should be pretty easy to get that taken care of. So not really sweating that one, but it is something that I need to do, that I want to do. So really just kind of maintaining, I guess, for now. Finally got this dang truck fixed. I'm sure one of them will break down in the next couple days and we'll have to fix something else. But for now, we are all good. Like I said, we're all caught up, so it's just going to be time to get everything cleaned up. Kind of go over all the equipment, make sure everything's good, ready to go, and get it stored away for next year. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are up to. I know it's that time of year. Some people are smart. They have great business plans set up and they are still working full force. We're not so much, and not because we're not smart, but just because we're winding down. We're pretty much done, and the way we run our business, that's kind of how it is this time of year. So let me know, like I said, down in the comments what you guys are up to. If you got any good ideas, ways to stay busy, please leave those down there. The more information, the better. All right, guys, that's all we got for this video. I'll see you in the next one.